Hello scientists! Today in our chemistry class, we'll be discussing empirical and molecular formula. So we have that empirical formula indicates the simplest ratio in which the various atoms of a compound combines. So the simplest ratio in which the various atoms of a compound combines. While molecular formula of a compound indicates the actual number of atoms of each element present in a compound. So know the difference between empirical and molecular formula. So we'll be solving an example to illustrate these two. So on the board we have a certain hydrocarbon contained 80% carbon by mass. 80% carbon by mass if its relative molecular mass is 30.0. Determine its molecular formula. We have that the relative molecular formula of carbon is 12.0, while that of hydrogen is 1.0. So a hydrocarbon contains carbon and hydrogen. So we have carbon and we have what? Hydrogen. So the carbon is 80, while the remaining percentage is for hydrogen. So from there we are going to have, we divide their percentage, we divide them with their relative molecular mass. This is divided by 12, while this is divided by 1. So when you divide this, we have 6.67. Divide this, we have 20. So we are going to use the smallest to divide. So the smallest, this is what? 6.67, while this is what? 6.67. So 6.67 divided by 6.67 is 1. Then 20 divided by 6.67 is 2.99. So which can be approximated to be what? 3. So we have that carbon is 1, hydrogen is 3. So the empirical formula of the compound, CH is going to be C1 and 3, which can be written as CH3. So the empirical formula of the compound on the board is CH3. So let's go on to solving for the molecular formula. So the empirical formula is CH3. So to solve for the molecular formula, you have, this is CH3. We are going to put N is equal to the relative molecular mass, which is what? 30. So the N represents the actual number, which is what we define when we define molecular formula. So we open this bracket. Carbon is 12, hydrogen is 1. So we have 12 times N plus 1 times 3, then times this N is equals 30. So we have 12 times N is 12N plus 3 times N is 3N is equals 30. So 12N plus 3N is 15N is equals 30. So N is equals 30 over 15. N is equals 2. Therefore, our molecular formula equals CH3. We have what? 2, which can be written as C2H6, which is ethane. So the molecular formula of the compound is C2H6, which is ethane. On the board we have an exercise. Calculate the empirical formula of a compound containing 43.4% sodium 11.3% carbon, and 45.3% oxygen. Write the answer under the comment section. I'll be there reading and marking your answers. Thank you.